Hey, good evening, everyone. You got Kody Ashmore, Director of Weekly Option Strategies, obviously here at Simpler Trading, and here is tonight's free video. For tonight's video, what I wanted to do was do a quick trade review of a trade taken earlier today, and it was on the YM. And I don't know about y'all, but let's see, actually. But this sideways action has finally broke on the YM anyways. Thank goodness, because I was ready for it to make some sort of move. So, trading can occur, right? But let's talk about the trade and the setup and obviously what happened and everything else. So if y'all have traded with me before, you know I'm a fan of the anchored VWAP. And all that being said, a lot of it correlates to what the overall market is doing. And also expectations of today's move in the market. So like today, there was no economic data being released that I was expecting to move market around. The market's been, the indexes anyways, have been in a super tight range for like, what, a week and a half, maybe two. And so that just leaves price to be choppy and also makes me want to go lower in position sizing until the moves get a little bit more clear. So I'm going to go ahead and show y'all a trade that I did today. And let's break down the analysis. So first off, we'll look here on the 15-minute chart right here. I'll bring it up. And the main thing here is you can see there are really just lines everywhere. I have a few moving averages of the 21, 34 EMA, and then the 21, sorry, the 50 SMA, sorry, not the 21, and then the 200. All that being said, you see it's just crossing back and forth. Not a whole lot. There's not a trend here. Obviously, until this down move happened, and now we got somewhat of a down move. But that's obviously in hindsight. The trading already occurred before that. And I'll show you the trade before it happened. But all that being said, is price came down to this zone, this HVA, and this little anchored VWAP right here. So I was anticipating a pop. Now, why would I anticipate a pop here? Well, to be quite honest, because it's popped there a million times. Well, I won't say a million times, but a bunch of times. So I'm going to zoom back here. And it is actually, we'll designate the anchored VWAP that I used for the trade. We'll make it, how about, not green, that's too, no bueno. How about we'll just go with yellow? It's kind of bright, so we can see what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm going to zoom back here. And this anchored VWAP is actually this opens VWAP from the 23rd, I believe. That's right here. Well, the 20th, which is weird because that's whenever the market had a bunch of data come in and kind of see how it kind of chopped around. But the main thing we're noting is also that that price level is respected a bunch. And I'll show you what I mean. Get my handy dandy pin here. Right, so kind of respected there, chopped around, no real clear indication. Still respected there, right there, and then held, held, held and reclaimed. And then as price continues on, came back down here and held, came right here and held. And so when price comes down to it, why expect it not to hold here? So if I was watching it as a price of interest, right? So price of interest, I personally don't blindly buy into it. I look for a pattern near these VWAPs. And in this case, what's the pattern? The pattern was really as price was coming down here, I drew this trend line. I was all right on this break. I'm going to get long. And I'm just going to close it at this anchor VWAP. Quick pop, right? Nothing fancy, nothing super crazy. It's not sexy, whatever. Doesn't matter. It was a trade and it paid the bills today. And that's pretty much it, right? So I was looking at this HVA level to hold, also this anchor VWAP. The trigger long was the break of that trend line, and I was targeting this anchored VWAP here. Now I'll pull up the screenshot of the trade when it occurred, so you can see what I mean. So this is what it looked like when it happened, and I just, document all my trades. So like I mentioned here, overall index, we're in tight range for a few days. The economic data day had me wanting to be not aggressive and position size small. So as far as what was the trade, price came down to the anchor VWAP, and when it broke this trend line, I got long. And then I just closed it right here. In hindsight, that was a good call. Like, most people always want to hold on to it for the move. That was a good move for me. And obviously, as we look at it, like it hit there. If anything, I should have got short there, but I already already made the money, so whatever. But the goal there, right? Okay, so across my 5 accounts, and these ones are for Top Step. So I made 420 on each account, so a little over 2 grand. Just waiting for this anchor VWAP level. You can see it's holding, holding, holding. Once this trend line broke out long, my stop was right there, and then that was my target, and then bam. All right, cool, major money. Get away from the market and go live your best life because you don't no longer have to do it. But that's today's futures a day trade. If you're a member of Simpler Central, we'll be doing some day trading futures tomorrow morning. Can't wait to see y'all there. But yeah, hope y'all have an awesome evening, and I will catch y'all next time. Take care, everybody.
Without Simpler Trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency.
It's one of the things that won me